Good morning. Um, this is me processing my life with new information. I don't normally be talking to nobody. I have one person in my life, someone that I met in 2023. Um, I don't know where to start because I don't know. So I'm just gonna pick somewhere. Um, I talked to my sister yesterday and the day before yesterday. I do not talk the way it sounded on the video. She made it sound like we talk every day. We do not. I cut her off when she jumped me with her boyfriend in the video. She'll say that you didn't. She says you didn't attack me that time because she attacked me, and I don't be attacking her. She keeps saying these words to make me sound bad. What the heck happened? Bro, what the heck happened? Okay. She keeps saying these words to make me sound bad because they're attacking me, but they're trying to make it sound like I'm attacking them. So try to understand everything because now from talking to her, I understand that they're trying to really attack me more. They thought that I was going to come back. I don't be telling nobody my business, so they have to guess at everything. But they triangulated and cut me out of my relationship. And now it sounds like she's trying to make it seem like how my aunt when we were being sexually abused, but my aunt was having her men sexually abuse us, that I'm being the same as my aunt, um, and not believing her. In reality, my ex-husband, mom, and mother-in-law plotted against me to try to make me look how they're trying to make me look so that they can get control over my money. Um, I'm piecing things together because they triangulated me out from the very beginning. I went to the military to save my sisters because I was the first one to get out of the house and we were all being abused. Apparently, they weren't being abused as much as I was. I was my aunt's sex slave. They weren't being messed with like that, except for um, my sister Dominique. My sister Maya denies it. Um, I don't know. I was made to sleep in the garage. Piecing my life together. Last year, okay, so me and my separated husband, Lasan Cook Jr., my son is Lasan Cook the third. So when I'm saying Lasan, when I'm on the phone talking about Lasan, I'm talking about my son. When she says Lasan, and the first time she's talking about my son, when she's talking about, she says that you keep, this is so crazy. All I want is my children. If I had my children, I would not be worried about nothing they're doing. They're trying to torment my children. Their plan from the beginning was to keep my children, to keep me from leaving. They didn't think that I was going to leave my children. They were abusing me. I'm not going to stand the abuse. I'm not allowed to say no. I get brutally beat down. My sister is allowed to dominate over me because the adults allow her to do so and allowed her to do so from childhood. The norm in our family, literally, they don't got nothing to do. They just come and jump me and beat the fuck out of me. And then they go talk about how they jumped me and beat me and played me or whatever. And that's what they did from me being a child. My sister, at some point as a child, she realized it was wrong. She fought against it, but everybody beat her for it. Now she's doing the same thing. We all have mental problems because of the abuse. Her brain goes back and forth between I always protected her, which is true, but then she hates me because she can't cope with all of the fuck shit she did to me. But she's used to dominating me. That's all she was raised to do. I am the one that got away and left. When we were children, we were made to do incest. When I was 6, I realized it was wrong. I stopped. I never did it again. My sister keeps saying, let's have family sex. We have all been being raped from a child, from infancy, very, very young. She became pleasure obsessed. I became hating sex. They talk about me like, because I'm saying this stuff and it sounds weird. So they play on that fact like, oh, she's weird because she keep talking about it. My mom, I was so like, I kept telling myself this can't be real because my mom be like, oh, you won't meet. My mom corners me. And it's why I cut all of them off. They're trying to make me come back because they have my kids. I was going through memory loss. I tried to get my kids. They jumped me. They're using my children as pawns. And then threatening to commit suicide with my children, telling me my children is around pimps, telling me my children is getting beat, they starving. But then every time I try to come get my children, they beat the fuck out of me and then say that I did something to them. And so now I'm pissed off. And then the only thing I can do is threaten them. If y'all do anything to my kids, I'm going to kill you. So now they're saying they're going to get me dishonorable discharge and get my pay stopped. So because that I'm threatening them. No, they do not. They don't want me to be independent. I never told them how much money I make, so they was always guessing. They thought that I was going to always have to come back to them. But then recently, my son is about to turn 11, so I called my sister 2 days ago because I've been trying to contact their dad first. He got me blocked. Tried to contact his mom to get the address so I could send them their cards and come get my kids. She won't give it to me. So I had to reach out to my mom and my sister and let them know that I'm sending my son's cards. And they thought I was dumb because I am mostly nonverbal most of my life because I've only been physically and sexually abused and then beat, not allowed to talk unless I'm talking to. I did not understand like people like, oh, how you doing? Good morning. Nobody asked me how you doing. Good morning. I was just physically, sexually abused, degraded. That's it. So then now talking to London, oh, good morning. How you doing? So I'm catching on, and London was getting mad at me because I'm an adult. People expect me to be able to know all of this stuff and not just, I was just existing. But then it wasn't even a negative thing. But everybody takes it, oh, she ain't said good morning to me. Oh, she ain't this. And then everybody brings that negative energy on me. And then so I'm like, okay, back negative energy to me. Instead of if they came like London, good morning, this and that. Okay, now, this person, it registers in my emotions that's never been unlocked, that I never felt because it's never happened. And then, okay, like I do in London, good morning, I learn and I reciprocate back. But everybody else just assumes that I'm supposed to know all of this stuff because I'm an adult, and then they get offended that I'm not doing something that I don't even know, and then they start being disrespectful and negative to me, and so I reciprocate that back, and then they say, oh, she's abused, she does not have any, and that's not what it is. It's that you guys are bringing bullshit to me, so I put the bullshit back. So London has been my friend for 2 years. And so I've been growing in conversation and communication with her because she communicates me. So that's why I can communicate better to where you guys can understand me. Before I was speaking complete gibberish because I was only being brutally, physically, and sexually abused. It's not my sister's fault. She was groomed to be this way. It is our parents' fault. She was groomed from a child to take because what they did, my aunt paired us up. My aunt and uncle paired us up, told us we were supposed to be having sex, male and female. Me with my cousin Dion, my sister Dominique with my cousin Malik. But then after they had us having sex, whatever, then they made, after I don't know how many times, they made us switch partners. Me with Malik, her with Dion, right? And then what this did, it created jealousy because we thought we were married. We thought we was only supposed to be having sex with this person. And then so now Dominique is wanting to fight me because I was made was I didn't do we didn't in that house when yes, and that's the only time where I was doing that freak because they told us that it was love. It was already happening. I did not know. So in that house is the only time. How that ended, everybody blamed me. The adults, everybody blamed me. Um, so then my sister was angry. I was angry that she was having sex with Dion. She was angry that I was having sex with Malik. We didn't do that again. After that first time, they made us switch partners. Actually, we did. We actually did. But mostly I stayed with Dion. Mostly she stayed with Dominique. I mean, mostly she stayed with Malik. The only time we were not connected, they made us do. We were connected in a line. Um, Everybody was connected to somebody. Me and her was not connected at all. Um, when I was younger than that, when I was 3, my dad sexually abused us, and then I didn't know I was 3. So I just did what he did, and I'm disgusted at that. And so when I was 6, it just felt wrong. I never did that again. And that was even though I was 6, that was before that happened at my aunt's. So when I was with my aunt couldn't even make me do that with my sister because that had already happened from when my dad made us do it. And then we did it twice after that, and it just felt wrong. And I never did it again. I think I realized it was wrong because that guy Gary raped my mom on the couch, and I realized, okay, this is wrong. But then my aunt and uncle, after that, we went to go live with my aunt and uncle. They took us all in the room, told us we were supposed to be having sex, and that it was love. And so I thought that the only person I was supposed to do it with was my cousin Dion. But then they had us switch partners, and then I was confused again. And then they had us all in the bathroom, but I was not connected to her at all. Um, with that, all of the adults walked in because they tried to make it look like we were in there doing it by ourselves. They told us to go in there, told us what to do, and then the adults came in, and then they tried to say because I was the oldest that I was the one doing because they had us doing all this shit. They were raping and abusing us, but then they needed to make it look like they didn't have nothing to do with it. So they tried to pin it all on me. I'm confused. I'm a child. I don't even know what's going on. So then my mom and my aunt are arguing because my mom didn't know nothing about it. And they're saying, no, your child is nasty. Your child initiated it. Your child is nasty. Your child initiated it. My mom told my aunt when my uncle dragged her out of the bed and raped her. And then my aunt accused my mom of lying and sleeping with her man. And my aunt kicked us out, made us go on a walk of shame. Um, That was a lot. Give me a second. My aunt used to tell me that you're going to be known for sleeping with your sister. And she used to always tell me that. And I didn't know what she was talking about. That was the beginning of her plan isolating me to make me her sex slave as a child. Hold on, my stuff is dying. Me and my sister made a promise to never put a man before each other. And I don't think we were thinking the same things. I meant I would if something like that happened, I would never disown my sister for that situation. My sister took it as I can never be with nobody, I can never get married. It's me and her for fucking ever. So she never allowed me to be in a relationship. When I got with my ex-husband, which I only got with him because my aunt was having her man sexually abuse us, we reported it. The police, CPS, court was all in on it. They had when the stuff that was going on in the house, Hillary Clinton was involved. They're the reason that my mom lost her mental rights as an adult, said that she was mentally a child, and we had to live with my aunt. And that's when Hillary Clinton attempted to kidnap me, but failed that first time, and had to later, through the Kamala Harris Truancy Act, kidnap us 4 years later. So I reported it. We both reported it. We went to Safe House. They tried to set us up. They tried to set us up to see if we would have sex with boys there. And I'm disgusted by sex. So no, I did not. It was weird. They were trying to pin it on us, like, oh, you're fast, this and that. But like, I completely hated sex. Um, Safe House was not there to help us at all. They were only there to try to set us up and make us look like we were fast. And it didn't work because I'm not fast. My sister is a little boy crazy. Um, which still does not mean that we were not being sexually abused. It's more the fact that we were being sexually abused, which is why she was boy crazy. So they separated us. They forced me to go back. They kept my sister and put her in Safe House in the desert for a couple of weeks. I don't know. When she came back, my aunt took me in the garage and she told me that I ruined her life and she was going to ruin mine. She called her boyfriend to the garage and asked him in front of me if he sexually abused me. And he admitted to trying to pull the covers off me. But he said he was just trying to tickle my feet. And then she told me that I was weird. He wasn't trying to do nothing to me. We went inside and everybody was surrounding me. I remember somebody's fist coming towards me, and then everything went white. And then I was in the car. My aunt was taking us to church because she said, so she went. And so she said she made up a lie so she told the bishop, she said that I said that he abused me so that it could just sound like I'm just saying that everybody's trying to rape me so that nobody will believe me. Um, so my sister got scared because she said that after they beat me, my aunt turned to her and said, "Did anything happen?" So she got scared and said no. So then we went to the church. The church was doing an investigation on my aunt because that's who we reported it to. So my aunt went and made up a lie to the bishop and said that I said that he sexually abused me, which he did not. I never said that. It never came out of my mouth. She went and said that so that nobody would believe me. Um, Now they're offended. They asked my sister if anything happened with Harold. My sister says no. Everybody cuts me off. Now I'm completely isolated. Nobody to talk to, still being physically and sexually abused. Um, I cut my sister off because of that. Lasan and his family are the only people that are talking to me. I'm not knowing that they have something set up with my aunt to where they plan for me to get pregnant by my ex-husband for them to have my child and hold that over me, and they never planned for me to be anything. They plan to degenerate me and make me suffer with stealing my children. I ended up going to the military. I ended up retiring. And part of their plan failed. My sister, she says that everybody keeps telling her to leave me, this and that. Everybody used to tell me the same thing too, to leave her, this and that she's fake, that she's jealous of me. My mom. They were trying to see whoever could break, and they did this our whole life. Telling me she's fake, telling me she's jealous of me, and they're telling her the same thing too, and she ate it up. They did get me with that before as a child, but they got me with it once, and I know what they're doing. They got her this time. Um, I don't want to be involved with anybody in my family. My mom, my sister, my ex-husband. When I was told by a coworker in the military, he made a comment about me sexually and about me sexually being on Backpage, which I only know what it is because my cousin told me. And he was already sexually harassing me, so I just thought he was being real weird. I think that when I was asleep, my husband would take pictures of me, or I don't know what he would do. I hope he didn't do more than that. I do realize whenever he made me food, I passed out. And he always trying to take pictures of me naked, which I never consented to. I don't want contact with any of them. I tried to take my children and run in the beginning, but my mom set me up. Now I contacted them 2 days ago and let them know that I'm sending my son and my daughter their allowance cards, but that I will be getting them phones and they have to call me, and then I will put money on the cards because they're pretending like I abandoned my kids and I won't have nothing to do with them and I won't talk to them, when in reality they jump me every time I try to see my kids. So I fixed that by I'm getting my kids phones, I'm sending them their allowance cards, and they can call me, and everybody else is out the way. And then I can check on my kids, make sure they're doing okay. Because every time, the only time they talk to me, let me talk to my kids, is when they try to set me up. When my sister says I'm fucking your man, and then goes, and then now I'm cussing them out so that they can. Now I know she told on herself. They're trying to record me and set me up so it can, like, they don't let me talk to my kids because I'm always going off. When she says, "Oh, I'm fucking your man," and then goes and drives to talk to my kids, so yes, I'm cussing them out. So yes, now I'm cussing them out because you just pissed me off. You just said some dumb shit, some dumb disrespectful shit. So they're always trying to do that so that it makes it looks like I'm an unfit parent. And now that they know that I plan, because I'm able to get 20 acres of land, I plan to give my children 5 acres of land each when I obtain and get land. Now that they know that I don't need them, now they're trying to say that they're going to try to get me dishonorable discharge and try to get my money taken away so that I have to come back to them. When they jumped me, they didn't know. They were trying to get me put in the mental ward. They're trying to get control of my pay. They didn't know I had somewhere to go. They thought that I was going to come back because they cut me off from everybody because they make shit up and they tell people that I was close to. And then so I don't have anybody because people are believing whatever they're telling them. And then from a child, I was only brutally raped and abused. So I don't know. So I just walk up and start talking to people because I don't know basic. And it should, like, hey, how you, like, that does make sense. So when people are normal and talk to me, I catch on and I do it back. But because it takes time to store into my memory. So just because I do it once doesn't mean I'm going to remember next time, because my life, I was only being brutally, physically, and sexually abused. I got away from that. Now they're threatening me with my children are in that. And I'm just trying to get my children. And then I never want anything to do with any of them again. They're trying to make it look like I'm harming them when they're using my children as pawns to harm me and anger me. So then I say some shit to them so that they can go and cripple me again so that I have to come back to them. I'm trying to get my children and get the fuck away from them. My sister now thinks that it's normal. I'm not allowed to have boundaries. They beat the fuck out of me, and then she's allowed to dominate over me. I'm not going back to that. That's weird, sick shit. And she's trying to make it sound, she's saying to the world that it's something different. But now in her sick fucking mind, she thinks that that shit is okay. And she wants to dominate over me. I don't want her in my life. I'm scared to say that to her because she will kill my kids. She does not want me to be with anybody but her. Not a man, not my children, nobody but fucking her, because she's fucking sick because of the shit that happened to us when we were children. I see that shit is sick. I don't want no part of it. I'm trying to get my children and get the fuck away from them. She brought my cousins, Shaquille and them, into it, who are 15 plus years old, not being instructed to do shit, still raping and abusing me. I only did what I did when I was 6 and younger, under the instruction of adults that were there in the house with us, telling us that this was what we were supposed to be doing. After that, I realized it was wrong, and I never did it again. Police are in on it. Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris are in on it. CPS, doctors, all in the facilitating of our abuse. When my cousin Jatara comes into play, that's a bad choice of word. Ellen DeGeneres is in on it on my cousin's part. I have a feeling that they're trying to do some kind of media thing with it, but I did not go the way that they wanted it to go.